DJ Mad Max on the airways here tonight, as usual, on a Monday night, 8:16 p.m. And we have a special guest in the building who goes by the name of Vina Love.
Hey.
How you doing tonight, Vina?
I'm well.
Welcome to WSJE Radio.
Thank you. How are you?
I'm doing well tonight. Enjoying your music. That's why I reached out.
Thanks.
Because I support the real R&B that's out here, not none of this phony auto-tune that goes on.
Mm-hmm.
So how about we get into a little introduction about yourself and where you grew up. I know you grew up in New York, but specifically...
I'm a singer, songwriter, dancer, choreographer, actress. I direct, edit, model now, and also a rapper.
Yeah?
I'm from Harlem, New York, and yeah, I'm 23, and that's where we at with it.
Who's your favorite artist to come out of Harlem?
Favorite artist to come out of Harlem? That's hard. Big L.
Okay, I was going to say the same thing.
Yeah, Big L, of course, whole Dipset. Yeah, just that whole era, like, back then.
So at what age did you start singing?
I don't know the exact age. I was probably like 11 years old.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't really take it serious until after I graduated, like high school, and like really started making music, like during college and stuff like that.
You went to an art school and academy and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Which school was that exactly?
I went to Manhattan Theater Lab inside of King Campus. It doesn't exist anymore. It got phased out. But me and like all my like friends from high school, like we're all doing these crazy big things, and it's just like it's so dope because we all came from a performing arts school, so it's really dope. And then I went to AMDA, which is a performing arts conservatory college. So yeah, I was in the performing arts for a minute.
Mm-hmm. What would you say that you learned there that has helped you out with your career so far?
It was high school and college were two complete different experiences. Not only because it's high school and college, but just the type of performing arts I was doing was completely different. Like high school was more of like training and being able to sing and dance at the same time on stage, and like learning the basis of how to choreograph and learning the basis of how to act and sing and all of those things. College was more of like, okay, you have all that information, now we're just gonna throw it all together and like go on stage. And it was a lot of musical theater training, which is amazing because you learn different ways to articulate while singing, and then like the certain movements you're doing on stage while singing, like it really all ties in. And it was hard. Like college performing arts were way harder because you're almost competing to be recognized in a school, whereas when I was in high school it was like I had pipes and like that was it. Like my teachers, all right, she's a singer, she's gonna sing lead, this is this and this, you know. But college was completely different. But I'm thankful for both. I learned a lot.
Yeah. Who were some of your favorite singers growing up?
Mary J. Blige, Faith Evans, Etta James, Jill Scott, a lot of people.
What were your go-to albums for R&B?
Mary J. Blige, Share My World. Definitely Jill Scott's first album.
Yes.
I can listen to that album straight through to this day. Anything Biggie, anything Pac, anything, and that's aside from singers, but like I listen to pretty much everything, honestly.
Mm-hmm. What's your view on how R&B has changed over the years?
I think now, because I remember like when trap first came out, and like R&B was like there was no R&B. Like the most we had was probably like Drake, and like we had a little bit of Tory Lanez, we had Party Next Door, but it wasn't like, you know. Now I think we're in a way better position, especially with women in R&B. Like you got Summer Walker, Justin Scott, Kehlani. Like you have a large amount of female R&B singers that's really doing and actually writing their music, which is dope. And again, because I said it before, it's not a problem that you don't write your music, but it is amazing if you do. Like, because it's hard to do. It's really hard to do and connect to other people and have different sounds. But I think right now we're in a great place.
Mm-hmm. I definitely think it's heading to a better direction because I've had conversations with a lot of R&B artists that have told me that it's become more pop than R&B. There's not enough rhythm and blues in it.
Mm-hmm. I mean, well, yeah, I definitely agree with that. We were just in the car listening to, shout out to Nostalgic. How do you say that word? Nostalgic, right? I always say it retarded. But anyway, Nostalgic videos on Instagram, they have like Apple playlists, and they have like different like playlists, different eras. And we were like listening to all the like 70s funk and like stuff like that. And like just aside from the vocals and the writing, the instruments alone, they're playing actual instruments. So you hear like how deep the bass is, and like that's where you get like, okay, what the genre actually is based off the actual instrument. And of course we don't have that today. Not
No.
at all. Not at all. But when I listen to my song Air, it reminds me of that.
Yeah.
Like, we need more music like that. I think right now what we have is a lot of lyricism and a lot of, like, mellow tone, Jill Scott. Like, we have that right now, like,
Yeah.
going crazy. But we need an R&B artist that's going to take it, like, take that and take the 70s funk and, like, just, you know, like, make
mash it up.
Yeah, like, make it what it used to be, but for today.
Who do you feel is someone that embodies the R&B sound from the 80s, time 90s, which it was just raw vocals?
Now?
Like Changing Faces did, or Cut Close, of that level. Do you feel as though there's anyone?
I don't think so. And that's just me personally. And again, like, I love everybody in R&B right now, but I don't think there's anybody who has come close to touching that. Like, making me feel what I feel when I listen to Jill Scott.
Yeah.
Like, I listen to Jill Scott, like, the album just came out. I haven't felt that in a while.
Yeah. It's because we've been missing it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's what you're doing too. You're bringing that real rhythm and blues back to R&B is what we need. And how about we get into another one of your tracks here, Drip?
Let's do it.
Let's get into a Drip on WSJU Radio, Mad Max, Vina Love, 8:23 p.m. WSJU Radio, DJ Mad Max back on the airways at St. John's University in Queens, New York, with New York's own Vina Love.
Hey, hey.
And you just heard Drip, which is available on all platforms.
Yes, yes.
Released back in September. So, what would you say was your first big song that caught the attention of your fans and just the audiences out there?
My first big song, I was in a group, which was probably like 2015. We remade Best of Me, Jay-Z and Maya. And we shot a video, wore the jerseys, basketball court and all of that. And yeah, like that's where it first picked up. But as a solo artist, it would be Air. Like my first solo song was my first like, oh, this is it. Like, this is dope. Which was actually pretty crazy because I didn't write the song for myself. I wrote it for a completely different artist. I wrote it, well, I can say it now, I wrote it for Rihanna. And like, you know, those, when you write songs for other people, but when you send them in, sometimes they take a year, 2 years, 4 years, 5 years. We did like a 5-song project, and that was one of the songs that I decided to keep for myself. And then there's another song that I'm going to release on my album. But those songs were made in like 2017, 2016. Yeah. But Air was the first one.
Now, what is your favorite song that you've released so far?
My favorite song that I released so far is Henny V, but...
Oh, it just dropped?
It just dropped yesterday. The reason why that's my favorite song is because when I hear it, like, it makes me, like, like, I just, like, I want to dance to it, like, I want to sing it, but it's not one of those, like, R&B, like, you know, like, it's not like, okay, she's an R&B artist. Like, it's not that. Like, it's really one of those, like, fun songs. And I'm really just trying to introduce people to me, like, get them to, like, you know, like, catch everybody's attention. I feel the same way about Drip. I feel like Drip is more poppy, more radio. Yeah. But me and my team pay attention to those things. Like, we want you guys to, you know that we can do that, but there's more. Like, when you hear the album, it's like, oh, okay, this is what she really does. So right now, we're really just having a lot of fun with it, but Henny V is definitely my favorite right now.
Yeah, and it just dropped, too. Yeah, I know everyone was supporting it. Yesterday, I turned it on, I was like, this is a great song.
Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, that's what we need in R&B today. It's just missing so heavily, and I think you're the one to turn things around.
Thank you.
For sure. And how about we talk about growing up hip-hop? What was that experience like?
It was definitely different, especially being from Harlem, not really used to, like, cameras, like, following you around and stuff like that. But becoming a celebrity, I guess, like, you know, there's certain things you have to get used to and alter. And I've been performing forever, but a lot of, like, you know, just being on TV and stuff like that, it was very different. I got used to it after a while. What I didn't think I would... Okay, well, when the show was over, I expected a lot of negative backlash. We really didn't get that, like, on my end. But I thought it was going to be worse than what it really was, and it wasn't. Would I do it again? Yeah. Time calls. Yeah, time calls. Is it something I will always run to? Absolutely not. Just because I have so many other things under my belt that I could, like, run to. But it was a dope experience.
Would you want to do movies?
Absolutely.
Yeah?
Absolutely. I love acting. Acting is one of the things I was trained in, like, heavily trained in. Yeah. And I haven't really showed that to the world yet. Like, there's so many things that I've been trained to do that I haven't even, like, touched yet. But, yeah, I know when we start doing that, that's going to be insane. Like, even commercials and stuff like that, I'm excited for that.
Any particular genre you want to act in?
No, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I could be a psychopath. I could be anything. Whatever it is, we could do it.
Yeah.
And, you know, like, when I get on stage, I act every day when I'm here. I'm, you know, you got to put on, like, you know, you have to be a certain kind of way. And you have to know your audience. And, you know, so I feel like I'm training every day when I'm in my workplace. So I feel like once it's time to really get into movies and stuff like that, I'll be able to, I won't have to go back and, like, refresh my memory. Like, I feel like I'll be fine.
And for growing up hip-hop in New York, as you said, it was a little rough at first. Is that because you had to adjust? You had to get used to being in front of the cameras? And,
I mean,
it's like you have to act a certain type of way.
It wasn't even like adjusting in front of the camera, because the camera, I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
It was more so of like situations, like you're in situations that you normally wouldn't get in on an everyday basis because you're on TV. You have to draw people to the show. You have to, you know, indulge in things that you normally wouldn't, like things of that sort. So that's what took getting used to. But like being in front of the camera and like having to take direction and things like that, like that was easy. That was the easy part.
So your father's also the great kid Capri. When did he realize that you were this amazing singer?
When I released Air. But prior to that, I didn't think I could do it.
Was he a harsh critic?
No. He didn't think I could do it, so he wasn't like on my back.
Okay.
Like I was just doing it. And then it was like, all right, Dad, if you jump on the bandwagon, okay. But if not, it's fine too. Like, so after I like was releasing music and I was like uploading videos on Instagram, and he was seeing like I was actually getting a following and doing shows and all of that, he was like, oh, okay, like you really dope. Like you really doing this. Like you don't care what I say.
Yeah.
No, I don't. So.
What would you say was the most important thing to breaking out on social media?
Being very careful with the kind of image that I wanted to have, because it's so easy to go, and again, to each his own, to go on Instagram and be naked 24/7, shaking my ass 24/7. Like, you know, like I had to be very, and I could do those things, but that's easy. That's an easy way of getting attention, and it's just like, okay, it'll fly out of my mind, could fly out of somebody's mind because there's 1,000 other people doing it.
Yeah.
So what am I going to do on Instagram that's going to make people like me and respect me at the same time and want to see what I'm going to do next? And that I just started coming up with like, okay, certain videos, sing certain songs that people like, flip certain songs that people like. Yeah. If you hear an R&B singer singing Meek Mill, what's that song we did over? But like, it's a Meek Mill song. To hear R&B singer singing that, is like, oh shit, now you want to follow me. Now you want to see what's next. Yeah. So it's like a game almost. Like when it comes down to fashion and taking pictures, like how you look in your pictures, what you wear. Like people get excited to see what you wear. Yeah. Having other companies wanting you to wear their stuff, that makes them money. Now their followers follow you. Like it's really like you have to be very cautious about what you're doing if you're trying to build a brand for real. So that's really how I was looking at it.
Yeah. Do you feel as though R&B has become a female-dominant genre over the years?
I feel like at this time, but you have people who are still here. Like you still have Chris Brown, you still have Bryson Tiller, you still have like certain male R&B artists. You have Tory Lanez going crazy. Like you still have people who are in these fields. You still have men that are in these fields that are still like, you know. But I do think right now the women got it. Like they got it, because it's so many items. You got her, you got SZA, you got Kehlani, like all of these people. Like it's too many women right now, and I like it.
Yeah. What do you think about the terms when people bring up King of R&B or even Queen of R&B?
I feel like it's stupid because it's just like, it's not like we're in a time where it was only R. Kelly out. It was R. Kelly, Tyrese, and it was probably like 4 other people.
Keith Sweat?
Yeah, like it was a couple other people, but it was like, okay, who's doing the most tours? Who's selling the most records? But you're doing that out of 5 R&B male artists. So, okay, you could pick a king. But now we're in a time where there's too many amazing male R&B singers. There's too many amazing female R&B singers to pick a queen or pick a king. If you want to pick a queen, you take Beyonce, but come on, like, that's not really fair. Like, because there's so many other talented people. So to even have that discussion is kind of, like, pointless and an irritating, dragging along argument to even have.
Yeah, I agree. I think people who claim that they're kings really aren't either.
Yeah. I feel like I feel like we're all kings, we're all queens, and to be that, you have to encourage everybody else to be that. You can't just be like, I'm the queen, I'm the king, and that's that, and let's not talk about it no more. Like, it just is. Music is friendly, music is love. So if you're not thinking like that, you're already like on bad vibes and bad timing. So that right there takes away the queen and king title if you feel like that's who you are and you're the only person that can be that. Like,
Yeah. So how about we get into the latest drop? Henny
do
V,
it.
let's get into it. As we all know, it's available on all platforms. Make sure you download it, then stream it. That's what's important.
That's what's important.
Keep it locked. WSJU Radio, Mad Max, Vina Love. WSJU Radio, DJ Mad Max. We're back here on the airwaves at St. John's University, Queens, New York. Because you just heard Henny V.
Yeah.
There you go. How long have you had that one written for?
We recorded that in July, I believe. June, July,
Yeah.
2019.
That's how long you've had that one in the stash for?
Yeah, and the one I released prior to this called Like It, we had that since like 2016. So we got heat, like just sitting there, we like, just trying to orchestrate properly, like what's gonna go on the album. Well, we pretty much know what's gonna go on the album, but like just releasing singles and like getting people excited.
Now, do you feel as though it's harder to write a full song or hooks? What's the hardest part?
Honestly, I don't know. I don't really think about it like that. Like, it's probably harder to write hooks because you want to be able to write a song in 2016 and release it in 2020. Like like Drip, I couldn't have released that in 2025. Like, cause who knows if Drip, the word is even gonna still be like what it is. Like the word lit, when it first came out, it was lit, but now people don't really use it like that. Like, so you gotta be mindful of like what you're saying. So I think that's what makes it difficult, and it has to be catchy, and it has to be able to play on the radio, and DJs have to like it, and the club has to like it. Like, so there's a lot to think about when you're writing hooks if you're making party music. I think if you're making R&B music, you have the freedom to pretty much do whatever you want, so it's a little easier. It's like writing poetry and just putting a song behind it. So yeah, I'll say the chorus is a little difficult.
Mm-hmm. What's your favorite chorus that you wrote?
The song is not out, but
Okay.
the song is not out, but it goes, run it out for me, spend that cash, baby. I know you're down for me, ain't no hesitating. Put that bust down on me, I got 'em watching, baby. And even though that's your girl, she on my body crazy. But again, that's a chorus for today. That won't last 4 or 5 years from now. A chorus that I know will last forever is Air.
Yeah.
I can feel it in the air. Like, it's just like, air is a word that's going to be, it's a word, so.
Yeah.
But the unreleased is my favorite, but I think Air is the one that will last.
Yeah. I think so. Henny V, I think, is going to last a long time, too.
Thank you.
Because it has such like a party vibe.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when can we expect the EP?
See, now here's the thing, right?
Uh-huh.
I'm in between, like, figuring out if I'm going to be independent or if we're going to sign. So that's really, like, I don't want to call it a hold-up, but we want to do it right, basically. Yeah. So I have a bunch of songs that I want to release prior to even releasing my album. So it's just, like, that's what we're doing right now. Like, we're focusing on dropping the singles and dropping all the songs we love and, and then when it's time to, sit down and really figure out what we're going to do, we want to, if I'm going to drop an album under a label, I want to do that the right way. Like, but if I'm not, and I'm going to drop it my way, then I might add songs. Like, it's a lot of different things we could do. So we're really just waiting on, like, what our situation would be. So I'm aiming for, June, July. I was aiming for April, but, like, a lot of things is coming up, y'all, so bear with me. But I'm aiming for June, July now.
June, July. Right in time for the summer.
Yeah.
Now, who are some of your producers?
Dizzy Banko and Motif alumni. Those are the 2 producers I'm working with right now. I just did a song with Major Capella. Also, Denuzo, he's from Albany. He's really dope too. I got a couple songs with him. But and C. Loso. So I have like a handful of producers that I've been working with. I haven't really hey, work with me. Because I'm really trying to figure out my sound, like what I like. I'm starting to branch out now because I have probably like 10, 15 songs with Diz. Me and Motif got songs for Diz too. Songs from years ago that we're just now releasing. So it's like we have so much music that we just trying to like focus on that and like get that out before I even like start, dibbling and dabbling with other producers, but I'm excited to. I'm excited to figure out what other sounds I do have inside of me.
So who are some other producers that you would love to work with?
I would love to work with Pharrell first and foremost, just because he's Pharrell.
Yeah.
But I would love to work with Pharrell just off the strength of like creativity, like being able to come from a Jay-Z era, doing fronting.
Yeah.
What could you do with me? Like what if we were in the studio? What could we create together?
What's your favorite Pharrell production?
Honestly, the reason why I say this is because it just went crazy. Like Happy.
Oh, yeah.
Because I'm happy. And of course, there's other songs that I love. Come on now. But like that song, when you hear Pharrell, of course you hear Happy first because it went everywhere and it's so simple. The word happy just repeating itself over and over again. Then it breaks down into that doom 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 doom, like you listening to the Beatles. Like it's just crazy how he just went all over the place with that song. So that's definitely one of my favorite songs by Pharrell. But even like Jalil Beats, like people like that, Thank God. There's a lot of people and a lot of underground people I would like to work with as well.
I just had Jalil Beats in here.
Yeah, he's dope.
I could reach out to him for you.
I just did like an interview with him.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, we were somewhere. We were Philly, I believe. We did like Fox 5 or something like that. Yeah, he was really dope. He was really cool.
So you already got that covered.
Yeah, he's a cool guy. I sent my album to him actually.
Oh,
I sent my album to him and his manager.
Have they gave it a listen yet?
I don't know. I never checked back in with them, but I should. He just liked my picture the other day too, so that lets me know he's looking. So maybe I should contact him. But the day I met him, I sent him my album that night, and I was probably that was in November, around November. But yeah, it's a lot of underground producers who I know are amazing, and I would love to work with.
Yeah. And you've also worked with your father on a track, Trip in the Water. What was it like working with him?
Well, he just took the song and was like, I'm making a remix. I was like, okay. I'm like, all right, fine. And then we also have another remix. I did a remix with Air, with Test Smooth, Snoop Dogg, and my dad. And that experience was fire, too, because it was like bringing his style of music and like how he does things and putting it on a song with his daughter, who's in a completely different time. It's dope to watch. And like when people see us on stage, they love it. Like it's so exciting because it's two different times. So working with my dad is really fun, and we got a great relationship, so that makes it even more fun. Yeah. One of my first tours I ever did was the RBRM tour, Ronnie, Bobby, Ricky, and Mike, and I did it with my dad.
How'd that go?
We had so much fun. Like being on tour with my dad was fun. I would never think that being on tour with my parent would be like as good as it was, but it really was fun. We had fun working together.
And that's great, though. And I just wanted to say this, too. Like, when you think of Vina Love, you don't think of Kid Capri. And that's often how some children of major celebrities get caught in that shadow of, oh, this is this one's father. Like, look at Chris Rivers. Everyone's going to always think of him. That's Pun's son. Yeah. And no one's ever going to say that about you.
I mean, well, shit, it happens.
Really?
It definitely happens. But it was so important for me to be able to say, oh, she's Vina Love and she's Kid Capri's daughter, rather than the other way around. Like, oh, this is Kid Capri's daughter, Vina Love. Like, I could see if I went to my dad for everything. Yeah. And we didn't do that. I have a whole team. Like, I have a whole set of people who, work to put this in. Like, so I feel like being categorized as only his daughter would take away all the amount of work from the other people that have worked with me. And, like, just the amount of work we put in, it would just be like, okay, we're just getting completely discredited. So to hear like, oh, this is Vina Love, this is Kid Capri's daughter, that's amazing. Yeah. That's what I love. And a lot of people don't know. A lot of people don't even know that that's my dad. And a lot of people don't know that I'm his daughter. So it's lit.
and that's great for you too, because you won't have to go through that when people say, oh, that's Kid Capri's daughter. And I think it's because you're both so different. He's a legendary DJ and you're a singer. So that definitely adds to it. He's been around, I mean, just tremendous amount of talent, especially R&B artists. Has he told you what stands out in your singing compared to all the singers that he's been around in his lifetime?
You know what's so funny? Like me and my dad gives me advice all the time. We talk about music all the time. When he expresses how he feels about the music that I make in a positive light, he can never pinpoint what it is that he likes. He just like, I just love what you're doing. Like, I love this, I love that. The other day I played him a rap song and he freaked out. And I thought he was going to hate it, but he loved it. And it's just like, for him to be speechless, my father is a man of many words. So for him to be speechless about the kind of music that I make is really amazing. On a negative note, he doesn't like that I curse so much.
Oh, he wants you to tone that down?
Yeah. And I mean, I get that 100%, but also we're in another time.
Yeah.
Certain things are acceptable now.
If you look at the 90s, there was ever rare, you didn't really hear cursing back then.
Aaliyah, you would not hear Aaliyah saying, fuck this and have sex with me. Like, you wouldn't hear that. But we're in a completely new time.
Right.
That's what people like, sadly. Well, not sadly,
Do you think it's devalued R&B or no?
I think it's just another type.
Yeah.
I just think because it's still R&B. It's just something.
It's
just curses in it. Like, it's just it's what the older generation wouldn't accept. But if we hear it, it is what it is. We like it. We curse all damn day.
Yeah,
so
we
it's
do.
Like,
so why should we be surprised when we hear it on a track? Yeah.
Exactly. And again, it comes with time. Things change with time. Things elevate with time. And it may not be a positive elevation, but it is what it is. So I'm trying to find my balance with that, because the way I write my music is actually how I speak. So I'm trying to find my balance right now. But that's the only thing negative that, he feels a way about. But other than that, he loves my music, so that's dope.
That's great.
Yeah.
What's his favorite song from you?
Air. He loves Air. He loves Air. He loves Air. What else? Yeah, Air is his favorite. He loves Air.
That's great. Air, as you just heard it. How about we get into Drip in the Water, the remix? Let's get into it. Mad Max, WSJU Radio. 8:48 p.m. You know what it is when you hear it. Drip in the Water remix. Kid Capri.
Vina.
And I know you've done lots of performances throughout your lifetime. SOBs, The Apollo. What would you say was your toughest performance?
My toughest? You want to know something? It is, I'm humble, but I don't feel like we've had, like, a tough performance, no? Like, I feel like every performance went pretty smooth, like, really smooth, really fun. Like, I have dancers and choreographers and stuff like that. And all our shows, we always have fun. Like, we always have fun. It's always amazing. And we always get called back to do another show. Like, SOBs, I probably performed at SOBs, like, what's the number? 8 times, right?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
What's it like performing there?
Amazing. Every time. Because you're around people that's from here. And New York is not so supportive of new artists. So to be able to perform 8 times and people come out 8 times, and then let me see, last year, 2019, January, I headlined SOBs, like by myself, my first show. And it was amazing. The turnout was, Lamar Odom came. I was just like, what the hell? Like, what is this?
Did he come for you, or you was just there?
No, it was my show. He came for me, yeah. Like, I headlined. It was just, I think it was probably like 2 people that performed for me. Like, I had 2 openers. And, it was insane. It was absolutely insane. So, and even now, like, I still go there and, like, they show love. A lot of my friends who are up-and-coming artists, they do shows as well. So they do, like my friend, Fergie Baby, he has a show. He's doing Fergie Baby and Friends. So he brings out, like, his favorite artists that are his friends, and they come and perform and things like that. So, of course, to show my support, I come out and do those things. We just did one in November with Neek Bucks. He did Neek Bucks and Friends. So to be able to go back and do that and still get love and, like, still, like, be able to support my friends who are artists is really dope.
Where's your favorite place that you performed so far?
That's kind of hard. My favorite show was, what? Yeah, I was about to say, my favorite show, it was Steve Madden, Static Selector, and Megan Thee Stallion.
Okay.
We opened up for Megan, and it was only me and her. So that was like, like, whoa. But
she's growing pretty big right now.
Yeah,
she's going through label issues, right?
Yeah, unfortunately. I don't even know what to say to that. Like,
could that situation impact you signing to a label? No.
Everybody's situation is different.
Yeah.
I mean, like, she knows what she deserves, and that's the best part about it. And as an artist, if you know what you deserve, then you're gonna get what you deserve. Especially if you have a great heart. Pray to God, she's gonna be fine, and she makes hits. Can't deny that. You can't deny an artist who makes hits. She has a style. She has her image. She's amazing. So I'm pretty sure this won't last for too long. And for me, contracts make me sweat. So I am very into, like, okay, what does this say? Like, Mom, make sure this is, so for me, I'm not scared because of somebody else's situation. I'm going to be very, very thorough with my situation.
Yeah.
Just because I've always been that way. Like, I've always been scared. I went to John Jay for law. So, like, I know, like, the importance of, like, reading over certain things. So, I've always had that in me. So, when it's time for me, I know I'll be very cautious. But I love Megan to death, and I know she's going to be fine.
Yeah. Who are some R&B artists that you want to work with? And it doesn't even have to be R&B. You can just throw me someone out of the blue that doesn't even have to be an R&B artist.
Well, someone I want to work with really, really bad is Drake. Just off of the strength of I could listen to every Drake album and sing it straight through. I have.
Favorite Drake album?
On my way to Philly, I've done it. My favorite Drake album, I get a lot of, flack for this, but if you're reading this, it's too late. That's one of them. But Nothing Was the Same is probably my top one. That's probably my top one.
Favorite song that you like to sing off that one?
Damn. Either Wu-Tang
Forever?
Either Wu-Tang Forever or Own It.
Own It.
Out of those two. And then Come Through, of course.
Yeah.
Everybody loves Come Through. But Wu-Tang Forever, that's it. That song is fire. And I don't even think, you know the title of the song, but if you listen to the song, you'll understand why that's the title, and that's what makes it so dope. I feel like a lot of people miss that.
What did you think of his track that he just dropped?
I like it. I like it a lot.
With the Chicago freestyle, I think it was.
I like both of the two-part.
Yeah, the first one is him in New York, and then
he did Song Cry, and then he did I like it. I feel like he just threw it out there.
Yeah.
I don't feel like it was this is one of the, I feel like he just threw a song out there, but it's cool. He definitely has way better songs than that, for a fact.
He does. I didn't like the one that dropped, what was it, in January?
Which one?
I forget what it was called. It was him, I think he was skiing in the video. Do you see that one?
Mm-hmm.
I forget.
Wow, skiing.
Yeah, it was like skis, in a snowbank or something.
Well, how the hell did I miss that?
I forget it.
Drake.
I forget what it was called exactly, but I remember hearing his lyrics. I'm like, is he serious?
Okay, so I need to go check that out.
Yeah.
Because if I don't like something from an artist, I am very expressive. Bro, I don't like how you did X, Y, and Z. And you have to be honest with artists. You have to tell you need feedback because but he's Drake. I'm pretty sure he doesn't care. But I'm just saying in general. And I'm sure Drake has folders of music just sitting there. So when he gets bored, he just drops a song.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's pretty much what he just did recently. But definitely Drake. I don't really think too much about artists that I want to work with, but I think about artists that I want to write for, which are, of course, Beyonce, of course, people, Rihanna, things of that sort. I would love to collaboratively write with her. Definitely Summer. I want to see Summer Walker's vibe in the studio, how she processes and all that kind of stuff.
Do you feel as though songwriters get enough credit?
No, but that's the point of being a ghostwriter.
Yeah.
Is your ghost. Some people get the credit, you have Missy Elliott, you have even people like Neo and The Dream. I don't think they get that credit. Everybody's like, where's Neo? He's writing these songs that you guys are singing on the radio, and he's making bank for the rest of his life. That's really where the money is.
You don't think that should take away from the artist's creativity, though, or you think it's just no?
If it's in you, it's in you. You're gonna pour it out forever.
Yeah.
Some people stop singing. You have people like Carrie Hilson who didn't want to sing anymore, and
She did a
now
couple
she
tracks
writes.
with Lloyd Banks.
Yeah, and she doesn't want to sing. I mean, I'm not gonna say she doesn't want to sing, but sometimes the limelight is too much for people. They don't want to be a part of that, but they do want to be a part of the industry, and they go and write songs for people. Then you have people like who's an artist out right now? Let me see, Kehlani. Kehlani does it. Write songs for other people and still has a career. You have so many people do it. There's so many people who do it, and I'm one of those people. I have so much inside of me. I know I could have a songwriting career as well as a singing career. And then when my singing career, it's time to retire and I'm Shaka Khan's age, I can keep writing music forever.
Yeah. If there was a 90s R&B artist that you would work with for collaborative on a track, who would it be?
Mary J. Blige.
Mary J. Blige.
Yeah. She's she's it. That was the cool girl. She could sing, she could dance, she don't care, she from the hood, she's the it girl, and she never had to do too much. That's what made it so lit, and then her tone, baby, There's no need to tell ya. Who could sing like that? Who was thinking of singing like that, is what I'm trying to say, for new age in the 90s. Like, that was kind of different. You had Groove Theory, to tell me, but, like, it wasn't like, Mary was Mary, and that was it. Like, it was nobody else really touching that. And then you had Aaliyah, who was younger, but, like, she was catching those vibes. Like, that's what made Aaliyah lit. Like, all right, we got a, like, Baby Mary on the way kind of situation. So that's my vibe for my generation.
And I want more people to call in here so we can get to the caller, 718-993-758. And they should be calling in right now. How about we break into another track? Like It.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's get into that. Like It, Vina Love, you hear it on WSJU Radio, Mad Max, Vina Love, 8:59 p.m. WSJU Radio, DJ Mad Max back on the airwaves with Vina Love, as you just heard, Like It.
Yes.
Available on all platforms. I do believe we have a caller on the airways there. Introduce yourself and where you're calling from. Oh, shout out to you. We have Vina Love in the booth here. Do you have anything you want to ask her?
Thank you. I'm praying on it. Hey, that's you? That's you? Oh, I'm going to say, hey. Thank you for calling in, though. Have a blessed one.
Oh, he just hung up real quick. No, keep him calling in, though. 718-993-758. Now is your time.
Call in.
So tell me, what else do you have coming up? What do you think is your next single going to be? You just dropped, Henny V. And you know how today it is. Everyone has the attention span of a gnat.
Yep.
So
I would be releasing a song within the next 2 weeks with Swave. You know Swave, he made the song Blue Faces.
Oh, yeah.
We have a song together, which is dope because it's a different vibe for him. And the song is amazing. It's really good. I'm excited to release it.
We'll be looking forward to that as we have another call on the airways. Introduce yourself and where you're calling from.
Hey.
You got Philly calling in now. How'd you find out about Vina Love?
Nice.
Oh.
Hey, wifey. Dope. Tell us thank you so much. Dope. Let's do it. Hit my line. Let's make it happen. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you.
What do you think makes her? What do you think makes her distinct?
Thank you. Thank you.
Anything else you want to say tonight?
Nice. I see you at the top, my brother. Thank you. Thank you. Same to you.
Take care, all right? No doubt. See, I gotta ask these questions because sometimes you have these callers that call in here and they just are on the cloud, and then when you put them on the spot, you'll hear them looking on their phones about.
Well, let me see her Instagram. What's this?
Yeah, you know what I mean. You gotta put the callers on the spot here too. But is there anything else you want to get out on the airways here tonight?
Look, keep listening, man. We out here. I've been out solo for probably like 2-3 years now, and we're finally at a point where we're releasing everything, and I'm so excited. And mainly I'm excited because I wrote everything and money, so make sure you download, stream. But more than that, I'm really excited for shows. I'm really excited for tours. I'm extremely excited. And a lot of artists forget that we do this to please you guys. We do this to make you guys happy, to make you guys feel good, to make you guys feel connected to us. So that's my job. And if I'm doing that, and if you guys feel connected to me and connected enough to connect your other friends to me, that's fulfilling. That makes me happy. So I'm just excited. I'm excited to see what the future holds. I'm excited to see, you know, what's next for us and who we end up working with and who shows up to the shows and all that good stuff. So keep paying attention because we out here, kid. We out here. And make sure you get all my new singles on Apple Music, Tidal, Spotify. For all my Vina lovers who's been around for a while, my song Stay Mad, it was gone for a while. We have it back on YouTube. That's as far as we're going. It's on YouTube, so go check that out. But, Stay Mad is amazing. It was a song I made a couple years ago. And, you know, producers and stuff, like things go left, so we had to take the song down. But I recently put the video back on YouTube, so guys, go check that out. Henny V, Like It, Air, Drip Remix. All that stuff is on Apple Music, Spotify, Tidal, Google Play, Amazon Play. The video to Drip and the video to Like It is on WorldStar, so go check that out. Click the link in my bio. And yeah, catch out season 1. Catch us on season 1 of Growing Up Hip Hop New York. And yeah, look forward to some more stuff.
Yeah. When will the visual be dropping for Henny V?
We didn't even shoot it.
Really?
Yeah, we wanted to see, like, you know, like what the feedback is gonna be. So, and we have so many, like, people love this song, but then the next song gonna come out and everyone's gonna be like, well, where's the video?
Yeah.
And then the next song comes out, it's like, where's the video? So it's like, we're really trying to just, you know, see how things play out and then go from there.
Yeah. Is that it? Is that everything you have to say?
Yeah, man. Shout out to my whole entire amazing, beautiful team. You guys are absolutely amazing. And shout out to all my supporters. You know, I hate calling you guys fans, but shout out to everybody that supports. And yeah, just thank you so much and keep looking. And shout out to you, Max.
Oh, yeah, I thank you for even coming on the show here tonight. I've been trying to reach out for you for a while to get on the show as I promote real R&B artists and real hip-hop artists. So it's important that we get those important artists heard.
It's lit. And guys, Max graduates next year. This is his junior year. So after he graduates, he's going to be on Sirius XM. We're going to talk it into existence. So look out for my guy, Max, y'all.
I hope so. I'm not with, you know, playing whatever they pay me to play.
Exactly.
Play what you feel like is good.
Mm-hmm. Play the real tune.
Yeah,
exactly.
That's right. No fakeness out here.
Period.
And we have Henny V. How about we close out with that one as it just dropped on all music platforms. Let's hear it again. Vina Love.
Love y'all.